Welcome to the NRL previews for round 12 of the 2024 season, an Indigenous round where we're celebrating the First Nations communities who have deep bonds with rugby league and are a part of the fabric at all levels of the game. I'm Renee Gartner and I'm joined by Josh Reynolds to unpack all the games this weekend. And Friday, Josh, we begin in Townsville as the Cowboys host the West Tigers. And it wasn't a pretty win for the Cowboys last week, but it was still 2 points as far as Todd Payten was concerned. It was a chance for him to have that big sigh of relief. You've been in this position before with teams. How hard is it to sort of regroup going into the next game, and how much will this be a confidence boost?
At that point, Renee, it doesn't matter how you win. Yeah. You're scrappy, you just need a win. And I think now that they've got that win, it doesn't take much for you to be like, hey boys, what happened to the Cowboys, our last couple of seasons where we've been dominant? Yeah. Our attack is one of the best in the game, but it's not where that scares me. It scares me their defence. They've been leaking a lot of points, and it's from a lot of their own sort of errors as well, coming out of yardage and stuff, and just letting teams back in as they did against the Bunnies on the weekend. Yeah.
All right, well, let's look over to the West Tigers, another side that you're going to have a little bit of intel on. It was the opposite feeling in the sheds for those guys. Benji and his men, 7th straight loss on the trot. Benji claimed he was going to make a lot of changes, and he in fact did make a couple forced with suspension, but quite a few changes across the park.
Yeah, and the Tigers are struggling. They really are. You can just see it. It's just the way that they play. I suppose, with Benji as the type of player he was just full of confidence, and for some reason form never seemed to worry him or whatever. But it is hard when you're at that stage and you're just like, boys, what do we need to do to get ourselves out of this? And the Tigers just, for me personally, I just think they need to go into games thinking defence first. Right. Just defend, boys. We need to start, winning the rucks, and then eventually our attack will come, because they've got some great attacking weapons out wide, in Buller. Like he lights the games on fire sometimes. But yeah, they just got to go into a game thinking, you know what, boys, we might win this game 2-0. But be okay with that. So, yeah, they're struggling at the moment. But for my sake, I've got a few, mates in there. I really want them to win this one.
Okay, so who are you picking for this one?
I'm going to have to say the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think just at home. Yep. And after winning that last week's game, they'll take some confidence lead into this one.
All right, thank you very much, Josh. If you want to see this match live, head to nrl.com/tickets. If you can't get to the game, though, you can watch it across Foxtel, Sky New Zealand or Kayo. Kick-off is at 6 p.m.